Peter, they say that the more the world changes, the more it stays the same. However, I don't think that's the same with customers. How do you think customers differ today than they did from 10 years ago?
And you've kind of hit the bullseye of the real essence of of this here, where the thing that we hear continuously today is the fascination with what's coming next. And if we actually get right down to the simplicity of great customer service, 10 years ago from where we are today, there's so many things that are still constant, with people expecting a great experience, employees coming to work and they want to feel appreciated and motivated for doing a great job.
Yes.
And I think with this fascination where we are, continuously looking at what's next and the next piece of amazing technology, it's to the detriment of our actual people more and more. How good, if we look at the absolute simplicity and the real essence of a great business, how great are we at onboarding, the induction experience of a new employee?
Yes.
Are we standing at the front door of our business to welcome a new employee on their first day at work? These are the essence of a brilliant culture. How good are we at focusing on providing an amazing appraisal experience for our employees?
Absolutely.
Is it something we're too busy for, or do we absolutely nourish that opportunity in that moment, which ripples onto the experience of a customer? So I guess the short part of my answer here is being present.
Yes.
For customer experience leaders and people who are creating this in businesses, is that real essence of being present.
Well, I think that is a very astute point, in that what you're saying is that your customer experience will never be higher than your employee experience. CX equals EX. And I think we often have a disjoint. We think the corporate or the business machinery is apart from the value chain of delivering for a customer, whatever that might be. And you're absolutely right. If I take the experience at Optus, our marketplace has changed profoundly. Our customers don't compare us now to other telcos. They compare us to and want an experience like the Amazons of this world, the Netflixes, the Googles, the Apples. And we actually have to not just adjust our proposition and understand how the experiences need to change, but the whole value change of the employee experience has to change as well. And we're very fortunate. We have a leadership from the top down and across that understands that the employee experience is paramount in that. It, though, is as much of a transformation as it is how we shift our market proposition, and the two interrelate, and you cannot do one without the other.
Yeah, for sure. So the word basics is rolling around in my mind with this, is when we say, what's happened in the last 10 years, maybe in the last 10 years we've lost sight, or we've continued to lose sight a little bit of the basics. How good are we at saying thank you to an employee? We get into the real essence of gratitude, making people feel appreciated. How clear is our focus on that each day? Is it something that we're actually losing sight of more and more? Something that's a habit that I learnt in hotels was taking out my pen each day and actually writing a handwritten thank you cards to employees, to customers, to guests.
That's great.
When you can connect with someone emotionally connect with someone through the ink of your pen. So all of those kind of things 10 years ago was more and more the kind of the norm. Whereas today is the fascination with what's coming next.
Agree. That's absolutely right. And taking an example of where we are now at Optus, your point about catching people doing something right, reinforcing the positive, and showing that success does leave clues. We have a philosophy, what we call yes rewards, finding people that are doing great things. And ensuring that teams get those rewards, that they're transparently communicated, that we actually have nominations and we have award nights, and these things they're not just ceremonies; they are highly meaningful because it's the essence of what our brand is about, what values we want to we want to espouse,
Yeah.
and we want that then to be reflected in the behaviors to which we interact with our customers.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have real-time feedback mechanisms with our customers, and where we see great experiences, our senior exec, myself included, will get on the phone and call and say, Peter was just in the store, just online, and had a great experience. I want to let you know it's not about the score you got, it's about the emotional imparting of that experience that you created for us, and we're very proud of that. And I get enthusiastic about that, and the teams do as well. But to your point, you can't forget the very basics of why we're there, and that is to deliver for customers, thank those that deliver, and ensure that we repeat. Deliver, thank, repeat.
Yeah, but the interesting point here is, I wonder how many organisations could be caught for really focusing in the reverse of catching people doing things wrong versus doing things right. So taking, when there is something that you see, and actually using the moment to say thank you, or making people feel appreciated or motivated for doing something quite amazing.
In a previous life we had what we would call the wall of fame, and then the wall of shame, in a tongue-in-cheek way, which was we celebrated in the wall of fame, and it was a virtual wall of fame, how we served this customer, what results that we had, whatever the case may be. And then we had the wall of shame, where we had volunteers to say, this didn't go particularly well, but this is what I learned from it. This is what we're going to do to pivot to make it different. That had a profound effect on people's willingness to take risks, to understand that it's not a punitive culture, and that is what we're here to do, is take calculated risk on behalf of our customers. And in fact, we at one point had them called the wall of, it was tongue-in-cheek, wall of shame. People wanting to show their mistakes, say, here's what I've learned, because people wanted to impart their wisdom and their purpose to others, and it was quite motivating for me as well.
I mean, what a great example this is, and the word that's rolling around in my mind is the word of permission.
Yes.
When we can actually share our permission through and let that trickle through and ripple, is where this is where the absolute magic happens.
Yes.